Hey YouTube, it's Dillon James, and on today's video, we're going to be talking about the two headlines that shook the sports card industry this week and their implications for the hobby moving forward. But before we jump in, make sure you hit that like button if you like this video, and if you like the content we're producing on this channel, hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so every time we drop a new video, you'll be the first to know about it. Now let's jump into these stories. So there were two major headlines that came out of the sports card industry this week, and there's been a lot of speculation as to what's going to happen moving forward based on the decisions that were made in these two stories. Today I'm just going to share the facts with you on both of these stories and leave it up to you to see what you think will happen in the sports card industry based on these decisions. So at the beginning of the week, there was a story coming out of eBay, and they were restricting PWCC Marketplace, which is the largest consigner of sports cards on the eBay platform. This came after allegations of shill bidding, which shill bidding is bidding up an item when you don't have any intention of actually purchasing said item. So someone inside the company or that was closely associated with the company was shill bidding for PWCC. eBay says they do have evidence of this happening with the company. PWCC did come out saying that it was defamatory, but they are going to be moving all of their cards from eBay over to their own website, their own marketplace that they've created. This was going to happen anyway, but it just sped up the process a bit. I'm sure we'll hear more about this story in the coming weeks and coming months, because there's probably going to be litigation involved, considering there are a lot of listings that were PWCC listings. At the time of this publishing, there were 17,000 listings on eBay from PWCC. By the end of the day that eBay announced they were restricting PWCC on the platform, all 17,000 listings were taken off of the site. So I'm sure we're going to see a lot more from this story in the next few weeks and few months. And just when we thought that was the last story we would hear this week, another bombshell came out that Fanatics was taking over the exclusive licensing deal with MLB and the MLB Players Association from Topps, the producer of baseball cards for the past 70 years, and they were going to start this agreement in 2026 to have exclusive licensing rights to the MLB and MLBPA. And I'm sure PWCC had a very nice edible arrangement and a thank you card sent to the Fanatics headquarters for taking the spotlight off of them. So the Wall Street Journal and Darren Ravel were the first two sources to break this story, citing that the MLB and the MLBPA had come to this agreement with Fanatics and did extend an offer to Topps to match the offer or have a better offer, but Topps was unable to submit an offer that would supersede the offer they received from Fanatics. Later in the day, Wall Street Journal updated their article citing that the NBA Players Association, along with the NFL Players Association, plus the NBA front office, were all in talks with Fanatics to join this licensing agreement, which would be taken away from Panini America. As of right now, that has not been confirmed. However, there are sources saying that there is a deal in place for those three parties to be involved in this licensing deal. The only party that is not mentioned in this story so far is the NFL front office, and with that comes the fact that they would not be able to put the NFL logos on these cards. So the reason why they're wanting to get approval from the league and also the Players Association is that with Players Association, they'd get the name, image, and likeness rights for all the players, but with the league, they would get the naming rights and also the logo rights for all the teams printed on those trading cards. So there's been a lot of speculation with what's going to happen with distribution of these cards, what's going to happen with the licensing agreements once they do become active with all parties in 2026 when Fanatics starts producing these cards. How is it going to affect the Topps brand and also the Panini America brand? There have been a lot of questions thrown out there, and as of right now, we have no solid answers as to what's going to happen with these brands. However, I do find it very fascinating that this story did not leak. There were no leaks of this story. No one in the hobby knew what was going on in this specific scenario, except for the parties involved, which were Josh Luber, the MLB, the MLBPA. But in that story, they did leak the portion about the NFLPA, the NBAPA, and the NBA League office. So they might be throwing a bone to Panini America to try to ante up and give a better offer than Fanatics is giving. But at this point, it's all speculation. It'll be very, very fascinating to see what happens moving forward when this story does become official with these leagues. And also if the NFL does give the exclusive licensing rights to Fanatics as well. And even though we're venturing into the unknown, there is a silver lining to all of this. The sports card hobby that we know and love is stronger and better than ever because of all these new investors coming into the market. We have this huge investment from Fanatics, one of the largest investments the MLB and the MLBPA have ever seen when it comes to trading cards. And so we see all this new money coming in, and that just gives us optimism that this will continue to grow for years to come, and this hobby will be the best it has ever been. So what do you think about these two headlines that we received this week? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to get your opinion on whether you think this story is a positive or a negative for the hobby. We'd love to get your feedback there. Thanks for watching this week, guys. We'll see you next time.